That's
not
a
much
good
of a
subject.
discussion.
Are dogs more important than people? I like it.
Yes.
I like it a lot. So, well, we're going to
But
start recording then, so people can be part of it. Our dog's more important than people, and there you go.
Yeah.
And
no,
at
but
some
there's
point,
no
we'll run the
discussion
intro.
because we all agree that there's dogs are more important than people. So
There you go. Adam, how you doing? Vicky is live from
Hello,
Korea,
guys.
from North Korea.
Hello, North Korea.
no,
There you
there's
go.
light, there's electricity, so you know I'm not in North Korea. I'm in South.
She's in South Korea. I was just joking.
Steven does not understand the division, so
I do understand the division, but I'm just thinking the secret police will grab her while we're live on the air, and that will be that'd be like, that would be huge. That'll be like everyone's gonna be like, oh, this is great. Look what happened. That'll get like 5 million views. And yesterday she put up a baseball video, which was really cool. And she showed the picture of the cheerleaders, which lasted about a second. I was like, more cheerleaders, because they get about 5 million views. The Korean cheerleaders, they make real money, and all they do is this. That's all they do.
Vicky, tell us,
Yes,
tell us where are you now? What's there behind you?
Hold on 1 second. Before you do that, we're gonna do this. Hold on, Vicky.
Okay.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
All right, now that we officially, so Vicky, where are you? Tell the fan where we are.
Sorry, I know it's really loud because the motorcycle just went by, but this is Mapuku, actually. If you know what that is. There we go.
There you go. We're in Korea.
The river is that way,
Right.
and it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain at any time, so I might run underneath here. So if it gets dark, all of a sudden,
No
I'm
worries.
hiding.
Too. I mean, if you were in Belgium, you'd be K3 because they're the biggest girl band going still. They've been going since my kids were small. Yeah, if you look behind you, it says K2.
K2, yeah.
Yeah, but
What was it? B3?
No, K3. K3 is
K3. Oh,
K3
okay, that makes sense.
It's the big girl
Maybe
band in Holland.
They go get their haircut here first.
Ah.
Yeah.
So the topic we started with this morning, we thought while we were waiting for Adam, was: are dogs more important than people? What do you think about that one, Adam? Dog, rough, right? Rough. A Scooby-Doo more important than people?
we are. Everything is important.
Yeah, I think dogs are more important than people.
No, everything is important. Dogs are important. People without dogs are not the same people.
Yes,
because they help us a lot. At least in some lives they help a lot. And the opposite, of course, the dogs wouldn't be the same without the people because they have created a relationship with us.
Yeah.
And their survival depends on how they live with us.
Polluters on the planet as well. Dog poo is one of the biggest things that's polluting the planet. So,
really?
Dog poo.
Yeah, dog poo.
Not cow poo. Dog poo.
I thought it was cow. I thought it was cow manure.
Cow too.
Cow, yeah.
Dogs
but cows also fart. That's why. A lot.
Cows fart. Yeah, but it's actually.
And they fart. It's
the
dog fart plenty.
It's this nitrogen, sour nitrogen that they has in the dog poo, which is very, very bad for the environment. I know that because I live in an area. We've got woods just up to the side of me here, and we live in dog country. So between the dogs and the horses, there's a lot of poo on the streets. Only they don't. They pick up they should pick up the dog poo with the special dog poo pickup bags. Which do you do that? Do you pick up your dog poo, Adam, or?
I pick up my dog poo with a bag.
No, here in the countryside, I don't have to.
Oh my God!
Okay.
In Austin, Texas, for all its liberalness, You pick up your dog. Well, I see. I'm from New York, so we picked up our dog poo back in the '60s before it was fashionable.
Smoked
So,
it.
and no, we would pick it up with just kind of you still picked it up with some sort of a bag and threw it away, or however you did it, didn't
Yeah.
matter. And then I've always done that. In fact, my dog was pooping the other day, and some guy was watching me, and I was like, "Can I help you?" Because he was pooping on his lawn, of course. And meanwhile, my bag is out; it's in my hand, and he's just watching. And I pick up. He goes, "I just wanted to make sure you were going to do that." And I literally said to him, "What do you think? I'm 14 fucking years old?" And he looked at me. I go, "I'm an adult. I have a dog. I know what I'm doing." And he's like, okay. He's like, he was like almost embarrassed. I was like, fuck. Like,
Tell me something about picking up dog poo, right? Because, I mean, is it like, because it's still warm, I take it, when you pick it up.
It's the best. Anyway, it's like a mud pack. You just love it. You run around and go, wow. No, you know what's really cool? When I had a Great Dane, that you want to talk about picking up dog poo? That's like picking up a city. Like you go, the little doggy bags that you buy, the orange or greens or blacks that you pick up dog poo with. When you have a Great Dane,
are they racist? The bags?
Yes, bags are very racist, especially the orange ones. Anyway, but when you pick up Great Dane dog poo, it is a workout. Because literally after you pick it up, you have to schlep this 95 pounds of poo to the garbage can, and you're exhausted for the day. So when my Great Dane would go to the bathroom, I was like, oh my God. So huge.
Yeah, well, outside of our house here is a bicycle path, but it's also the horses are allowed. They own the streets as they never change the laws, of course. So regularly when you come out of the house, there's some form of present waiting out there.
Gotcha.
And sometimes the horse poo is stacked so high they put a flag in it because somebody's climbed.
Oh, nice.
So
Wow.
but I mean, years ago, when I was 7 or 8, my grandmother would still go outside. She'd go outside, she'd go out there with a shovel. Oh, I have that for my roses. It's just birds. The crows love it. They pick all the straw and seeds and everything out of it. But
But they need that though, right? Isn't that their thing? They need that. The crows need it to build their nests and get nutrients. And
do you listen to the sound that's coming from Korea? Like alien noises. You sing. You hear it?
No, we can't hear anything, Adam. I don't know about you. We're okay.
Yeah, we hear it in the background, but unfortunately, I think it's Adam's headset.
No, it can be the headset. It's very good. It's better now.
Well, noises in the head. A lot of artists suffer from that later on in their career.
We have a weird thing. We're getting, because we're broadcasting live from North Korea. I think it's they're sending the sound waves there. You know what's really funny? Everybody that's watching this, that we keep saying we're broadcasting live from North Korea, like between the CIA, the NSA, M5, M6, and all these government agencies are like, what? North Korea?
I know, if you keep saying it enough times.
Yeah,
somebody's picking it up. I just said that I see that Dawn's with us again. So hi, Dawn. We've got to say hello to her.
I already said good morning. Yeah, Dawn's our
You
biggest
said morning,
fan.
Dawn, but there's a Dawn every morning, Stephen. That's not very friendly.
Okay.
That's Dawn all the time somewhere.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to change the title. I have the title of the show for the audience that says Adams talks about why dogs are more important than humans or whatever. I may just say live from North Korea and see. That's just clickbait, but that could be really good clickbait. I think I'm going to do that. So because Vicky's technically in Korea.
No, the title is not live, alive in Korea. And you will not say north or south. Alive in Korea, they will understand that it's North Korea for sure. How can you be alive there?
So Vicky, tell us what secret mission are you on tomorrow morning when you get up? Oh, sorry. What are you doing tomorrow?
I mean, technically, I'm in the north.
You better not talk too much, okay?
You're in the north or the south? Are you in the north or the south? Is that what you're saying?
So I'm kind of north anyway.
There you go.
Right? Yeah. So
you see, she's north.
It's true.
What can I say?
North. Tomorrow's
now it depends on how north she will go later.
She's just. Are the police trying to drag you away, Vic? Is that what you get? Is that what it is?
Because you know what's northern than North Korea? Russia.
China.
China.
No, China is on the west.
Uh-huh.
Northern than North Korea is Russia. And
So that's
okay,
why,
it might be
Why
also
Missile Boy
China.
that's why Missile Boy gets on the train then when he goes.
That's right,
out to
because he
sea.
can go. Yeah,
why they're
from
sending
North Korea, you can go everywhere. Vicky, have
Yeah.
you been
sending
up
troops
there?
now.
Have you been? I know, right? Have you been to the 38th parallel? Have you been up there as it's like a tourist or no? No? Are you planning on going?
No, my friend went and really enjoyed
Okay.
it, but then the stupid American decided to defect. I don't know if you guys saw that. The former American soldier who was going to get sent to jail as soon as he got home decided he was going to
Yeah.
run across the border. And
Oh,
so ever since then, they've like really tightened it up and they've closed a lot of it off now. So there's really no
gotcha.
point in going up there because you can't get to much at the moment because
Yeah.
tensions
Gotcha.
are
But
not
So
great right now.
if you paint your face orange and just get up there and shout out "Missile
Ooh,
Boy," he'll come out.
I have too much hair.
He'll think you're the former president of the United States and come out and say hi to you.
I mean, he might. If his eyesight's really bad, this could be a possibility. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But here's a question though for you. So the service guy ran across the border, but doesn't when
Mm,
somebody defect to North Korea from the
mm,
West or whatever
mm.
we are considered, don't they celebrate that and they make him like the post? Like there's a guy in the 50s that did it, and he was like the poster child forever for the North. He was on 60
Right.
Minutes once with an interview. Do they make him a poster child, or are they literally just going to take him out back and shoot him like a horse?
They sent him back because he was
Oh, they
such
did.
an idiot that they didn't even want him. So
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
right. And he
That's
didn't
pretty
play
bad.
basketball probably, so he was of no
he
use
didn't
to
play
them.
basketball. He wasn't Dennis Rodman. So yeah, they
Yeah.
sent his dumb ass
There's a
back.
guy in the 50s or 60s that defected.
Mm,
He married a North Korean. He lived in North Korea.
In
And
North Korea.
yeah, no, he defected from the U.S. to there over the 38.
Oh,
And I remember it was on 60 Minutes, maybe 15, 20 years ago, because he was now in his 70s or 80s. And they were going, how is it? Like, you were an American. He goes, I just like their politics better. And they treated him, I don't want to say like royalty. He wasn't like living in a suite, but he had a nice home or an apartment. He had a wife and children. I was like, well, that's interesting. And, he
mm.
was whatever. And I was like, okay, interesting. So, I mean, their propaganda is halfway decent. I don't know what it is today with Missile Boy and his sister. I fear his sister more than Missile Boy, just so we're
Same,
clear. Yeah, his
same.
sister. I've read stuff on her.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, you're like, oh, cute little Asian girl. And then when you read about her, I'm like, yeah, not so cute.
yeah.
It's
No.
like, yeah.
Like
So
that colonel in the James Bond movies with from I forget which was she the KGB, but she had the knife blade in the toe of her shoe. You remember
yep,
her?
yep,
She would like kick
yep,
you and stab you. She
Yeah.
reminds me of her.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he's
she just good.
one of those sort of ladies that when she puts her arm around your shoulder, it's not out of affection. It's just
Yeah,
looking for the right soft spot to stick the knife in. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right,
So,
right,
she's
exactly.
eating the dogs.
She's not eating.
she's
Stop it. She's not eating the dog.
no, she's not. She's not eating the dogs. They've already eaten the dogs. They're on
Oh,
the
good.
cats
Yes,
now.
Speaking of which,
They're on the
yes,
cats now.
everybody who's out
only
there who's
cats are
listening
left
to the
now.
songs here, yeah,
Yeah,
it is
but
now
if there are
technically
any
And
cats
illegal.
or
mouse.
dogs left,
Wait.
probably
Vicky's
U.S.
Vicky's trying to tell us something about Korea, about dogs and cats. So hold on.
Okay,
Go on,
yeah.
Vicky.
It's now technically illegal to
Ah,
eat dog in South Korea. So everyone that thinks that we still eat dog over here is illegal and it does not happen.
okay.
So just so everybody knows,
But
just have this
When
out.
did they
but we
change
all
that?
know it happens underground, right?
Right. When did they
Yeah.
Well, mine does everywhere.
when did
If
they
it's
change that?
illegal, it must be happening.
No. When
Yeah.
did it change? When did it change? They made it
If it's
illegal.
illegal, it means it's more expensive.
This year.
Oh wow.
This
Okay.
year, okay, they still eat it. No, I said, did you see the guy behind her? He was
He's eating
eating
a
a
dog?
dog.
He was
Yes,
not eating a dog.
he was eating a Rocky. A dog
He's
was
not
Oh my
called
eating a
God.
Rocky.
dog. I will
I
tell
tell
you
you.
that when the Olympics were in China, there was signs at restaurants that said, "Please do not feed the tourists a dog or cat." And it was in Chinese, not in English. And somebody took a picture, and it was like, "Oh, that's good to know." So I was like,
Yeah.
Don't
that's
feed
nice."
them because you'll
Don't
eat
feed them.
them.
Right. So that's funny though. In Korea, in South Korea, let me make sure. In South Korea, people now are not eating
Yeah,
Dogs.
it's
dogs and cats.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
there you go.
poops of the dogs?
Yeah.
you
Maybe
know
that'll
what?
be the next thing
I don't
that
see
Mr. Boy
dog
will
poop
do. You know.
anywhere on. There's no dog poop like
You
on the
see, but you
sidewalk.
don't see any dogs also. So you see,
No, you do. You see
they're
more.
eating the dogs. They're eating the
No,
pets. No, this
you
happens in
see that's
Springfield, I think, in
yeah,
USA.
exactly.
Yes.
That's in America where we eat our dogs and cats.
Okay.
We don't do
I
that here.
mixed the I mix the countries.
Exactly. Exactly. Ask Trump, he'll tell you. But no, you'll actually see more dogs and baby strollers here than babies.
Vicky was saying before we went live that in South Korea, there are dog stores like every other, like a Starbucks on every other corner that you can buy leather
Yeah,
outfits for them. This out, it's like you could go shopping for
yeah.
dog.
They love their
That's
dogs
before
more.
you
They
eat
have more
them.
dogs now than children. Yeah, because the women aren't getting married and having kids here. They have a shortage, a population decline, and
Really?
people are choosing to have pets as
Is that why
their
you've gone
table.
to Korea to help them out, or?
No,
No,
it's the other way, David. You need men.
that's
Women
That's
can only bear
that's a
them.
secret operation, so she cannot
Oh, sorry.
speak about it.
that factory is closed, my friend. No, but yeah, it's so
Oh,
people will wheel their dogs around in their and terriers and things because they're all
right.
little
Well,
tiny cute dogs.
this
Yeah.
is interesting. So the South Korean women need babies. Well, here's 3 men right here, ladies. We're on our way. We'll take care of it
Yeah.
for
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're the
I'll be all right.
wrong flavor. They would prefer a Korean man. So unless you got some
Oh,
hidden
all this
you.
Dutch
DNA in
guy.
there,
Did you read about him? He's got about 10,000 kids or something. It's amazing.
A
who
sperm
Elon
donor.
Musk.
One of the sperm. One, no, a sperm.
Yeah.
The guy who did Telcom, or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. Telegram. The app Telegram has donated so much sperm. He thinks he's literally given birth to 5,000 or 10,000 children. That's what he's talking
Oh,
about.
I hope he's got a lot of money.
No, 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 no. You know, when
No.
you're a sperm donor, some sperm donor. I read this. There was an article. I think it was in the Times, and it was talking about New York Times about him with this. And basically, what happened was, is he donated sperm, but he donates it like every other week. So what's happening is some sperm places don't let you do it like only once a year or once every five, whatever it is. But where he goes, it's like every other day. So he figures, and the sperm places said, we figure you've given birth, your sperm is in like 5 or 10,000 children.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, what are you,
His
Genghis Khan and
genes.
Attila the Hun? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's the same. It's the same as the Dutch guy here as well. You know, there's a thing on Netflix, a program about him that I've been watching, and there is a phenomenal amount to the extent that statistically in the areas where he's been very active and the people are been going to particular sperm banks, that
Right.
there's a really high chance that that kids at a creche are half brothers and half sisters. And
Oh, that'll be
he's
fun
been
when
all
they
over.
grow up and start dating.
He's been all over the world. This guy,
Wow.
and
It's gonna be like the South where they're just marrying their cousins without knowing it, or
That's
with knowing it.
awesome. Well,
yeah,
well, in the South, they do know it, and apparently it's legal. So that's why they have children with 3 eyes and 7 toes. That's the way it works.
That
So,
answers why the world has becoming a mad place.
hey, Vicky, since you're
yeah.
in Korea and now they don't eat dogs, which is a good thing. And we were just joking, everybody. Vicky's really. I said in the title, we're live from North Korea, and then underneath I wrote, just joking, Vicky's really in South Korea, or is she? Could be a fake background. Anyway, the secret police will be there momentarily. Just stay there. What is that? What is the Korean perception now on the U.S. election that's coming up? What do they say other than they probably roll their eyes and think we're the dumbest country on the planet?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not super politically tied in over here, but they obviously want Harris to win because you know Trump the other
You're
day
asking her
said
like she's a reporter.
no.
Yeah. She is. She's our
He said
reporter
the
on
other
the
day.
ground.
He said the other day something stupid about like they're going to start paying for the military that they want there. Or we're going to, that whole rhetoric again about how South Korea is a cash machine, and that he's
Right.
going to start charging them to have troops
Oh,
here
Trump.
and all that
Yeah.
kind of shit. And of course, that's the best time to be saying that when North Korea is um, being active and that kind of stuff. So obviously they are hoping for Harris to win because, and I could just see all the comments now and all the a-holes that love to watch this and telling me what an idiot I am and how awful it
Well,
is and all that kind of stuff. But that's the
the
truth.
people that
They want Harris to win.
yeah, well, the people that would say that are people that don't read, because
Mm.
to your point of earlier, I think you said this while we were on the air that North Korea is having a lot of troop movement. So is China and Russia and everybody, and I think they're all
Yeah,
just planning on Trump. If Trump wins, on
doing whatever they
January,
want.
whatever, when he gets sworn in, I think they're just planning on rolling in to
Yep.
wherever. His comment
Yeah.
Well, you don't
in
think this? You
Ukraine.
don't think it's the food then? Because they've got bad food in North Korea, so that might affect. That might affect.
They have
their
no
troop-
food,
the troop
David.
move-
They have no
They
food
have
in
no
North Korea.
Yeah, I mean that will affect your troop. Your troop movement, won't it? If you're eating have a bad diet. So yeah, that's probably what it is. Bad food affects your diet and your
See,
movements.
but probably more bowel
But
movements than troop.
I think what he's going to do now. Obviously, North Koreans are watching this show, and then they'll realise that balloons with dog poo is not the way to go. What they'll be doing now, just to really, really, really piss off the South Koreans, is to start ballooning dogs in. Big all these balloons coming in with dogs on the bottom, and with eat me
They probably
signs
like
on
that, actually. They'd rescue all the dogs. They'd probably like that down here.
If there's any, if there's any dogs left in North Korea, if they haven't already eaten them, and the cats, it's maybe it's
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Is it?
You know,
Are
it's
they
gonna
know
North
be
what to
the
think of
Koreans?
David right now.
Are
They're eating the
North Koreans in
pets.
Springfield? Is that what it is?
Yes.
They're not yeah.
She's in Springfield, North Korea.
Yeah,
Springfield, North Korea. Yes, where they're eating their dog. You know what's really funny? The city mayor or the city controller of the city of Springfield said that there are no
mayor.
police reports that any dogs or cats are being eaten at all. And then
Oh,
Bloomberg put out
really?
really, there's no, like they said, that's all. That's just that's BS.
You,
And then they said, and Bloomberg put out an article yesterday that said that immigrants don't cause any less crimes than people that are in America. Like the prison population actually since 2020 has gone down, crime's gone down. And when they did a global US statistical look at it, the immigrants were no worse or no better than just the average American.
those might be actual facts, but it's also a narrative. But the other narrative that it's bad, guys, it's bad. Look, for everything in your life that is going on, the bad thing is that there are immigrants or I don't know.
What? Immigrants have nothing to do with anything in our life.
They believe this narrative,
Well, that's true.
Well, the other thing,
They believe this narrative, and that's it.
Obesity is going down in the US as well. That's because they've eaten all the dogs and all the cats. So there's no more Kentucky. There's no more Kentucky Fried Dog or Kentucky Fried Meow. So
I mean, actually, immigrants have been shown to commit less crime because they try to. They don't want to be deported or to be.
Well,
they try to lay low and cause less trouble than regular folks. So
yeah,
I get that. And they're less likely to report crime as well against them because they also don't want to get involved, and that's a shame too, because they're
because they're afraid.
Yeah, they're afraid. I understand.
It's kind of like it's kind of like being black in America, and I mean even today, if you speak, I have friends of color, and if you speak to them, they will tell you when they get pulled over, they put their hands on the when a white person gets pulled over, it's like you see these videos, right? What do you want? Fuck yeah. Really? A black person gets pulled over, their hands are on the steering, like yes, officer, no, officer. Like they're still afraid of being shot. There's a very famous actor, and he told the story about 2 or 3 years ago. He got pulled over in Atlanta, Georgia, going from I guess Tyler Perry's studio to his hotel. And I mean, like I can see his face. I can't remember his name. I wish I could. But he said when he got pulled over, he was in the car with one of his children, and he said to his son or his daughter, he goes, "Put your hand on the dashboard." He goes, "What, Dad?" He goes, "Put your hand on the dashboard." And he put his hands on the steering wheel. He goes, "Yes, officer. How may I?" And he said, the whole interaction, he said, "I was worried about being shot." And I'm thinking that's a terrible way to go through life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
of course.
that's like ridiculous. So when someone makes a statement that they're eating the dogs and cats and you get people that are ignorant that don't read the newspaper or want to believe, I don't know, facts. That's very bad. And then Bloomberg's narrative. No, Bloomberg. It was not done by Bloomberg. It was done by 3 or 4 national organizations that kind of looked at crime statistics from 2020 to now, and they were like, no, not that's like they literally. I put it on my LinkedIn, but it's literally just debunked it all. And it was like, no, they don't cause more crimes. They don't do this. They don't do that. But it's like that's just rhetoric.
But
And it's good.
but
It's
it doesn't fit the narrative. So they put in a new narrative that fits to the minds of those people in their resolution of the world, and it works.
Well,
it works.
And Mr. Trump the other day said that Harris was a shitty vice president. I mean, like that made news on Saturday. It was in the Financial Times, the Wall Street. Everybody's been like, "Oh my God!" And one of the articles was like, "Is Trump just losing it, or he doesn't care anymore, or he thinks he's invulnerable?" And really, because the Democrats aren't doing anything to combat him, I think he's just going through. I'm going to win. I can do. He's almost right. He could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue, and nobody would care. I think that's at the point we are.
He's going to win anyway, even if he loses at the poll, because all he wants to be is in the center of everybody's attention. Everybody's talking about him, even people like me who really couldn't give a monkeys, but we still ended up talking about him. And so, he's a very, very, very disturbed and a very dangerous man, and that said goodbye to my green card. But that's yeah. It's but the general census of opinion here in Holland anyway is, and also in the UK, as far as I can ascertain, is that he will win.
Yeah.
That because Harris doesn't seem to be anybody, and Trump seems to be somebody, and it may be as simple as that. Because the swing states are such that people just say, "Well, I don't really know who's she." And the most disturbing thing is that Obama has to go to states which are predominantly populated by people with color, and say to them it's okay to vote for a woman of color,
right?
Because they don't want because their culture is such that, hey, the man's the man and the woman's the woman, and I'm not going to be bossed around by a woman. And that may be quite fundamental as well to American politics, regardless of her color. It may be the fact that she's a woman, and Americans, all of you, are maybe not up for having a woman as a prime minister or a president.
We're not as woke as we think we are. Listen, they should have elected the lesbian in 2016, Hillary, because we would have had a man in the White House, Hillary. Listen, whether you're a lesbian or not, Hillary, you would have been for the election. She could have converted to Judaism, and then we would have covered it all, and we would be done with this. But no, I think America is still very much men are men. And then what's really funny is we're all woke, and we don't want enough with this woke shit. We're not woke. We're a bunch of pansies. Let's stop with this crap. And and unfortunately, next year when there's no democracy, you're not going to be woke. You'll be goose stepping, and that's it. And it is what it is. Like I've already said, I said last week on Lost Dollar Business Club, we had guys standing on The Economist, and we were talking about this. And I said to him, I'm already, in my mind, Trump's president. I don't think Harris is going to do anything unless Trump does something outrageous in the next 10 days. Harris is going to lose. The Democrats aren't doing anything to put her forward. She's not saying anything about policy. She's not doing anything. And all Trump is saying is, the immigrants are killing the dog, eating the dogs. They're committing crimes. There's not one thing he says that's true, and it doesn't matter. And now he's got Elon Musk paying people $1 million or whatever to sign up to vote in Pennsylvania, and he wants Musk.
No. He's not paying them to sign up and vote because that's illegal, Stephen. He's paying them to register for information on his platform. He's paying them to register. So that their name can be included on a list that could be potentially used because you could buy names, etc., to be used so that people from the Republican Party could contact him. If not, Mr. Musk would be, doing something illegal like buying votes, and God forbid that would ever happen. So he's not doing it. He's found a way of sailing the in between the lines.
Well, like I said, Mr. Trump looks like he's going to be president, so I guess we'll have to start, all cheering for Trump.
if he wins, I wasn't going to come home. I was going to apply for political asylum and stay here. But if the missiles start getting launched over the border, maybe I don't want to be here either.
Oh yeah, well that's probably the
That's
best
true.
place to be because you'll go first. Then you don't have to
Yeah,
worry
That's
about.
true. Ground zero. True.
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
But what
That's
about
a
the Koreans
great
then? Are
thought.
they woke? Are Korean people, South Korean people woke?
Not right now. They're sleeping. It's 10 o'clock at night.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 10,
yeah,
it's 10 p.m. You know where your children are?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all relative. It's like the U.S. Some are and some aren't. The U.S. is like a tale of three countries. There's the West Coast, the East Coast, and the Middle Coast, and I mean the Middle Coast, the middle section, and they're different countries. And I think people from smaller countries have a hard time understanding just how big we are and how different. And there's no way you can really get Americans to agree on anything since
Right.
I don't know World War II probably because we're just a massive population and land mass that it's I mean the state the state that I live in is bigger than France, just our state. So yeah, Americans aren't woke. We're going to vote for Trump, or we're not ready for a woman. That's true, but for so many of us, it's not true. So it's so hard to lump everybody in with the same recipe because I think that's the same here. There's a lot of bad stuff going on here with misogynistic, these deep fake stuff's going on, and there's this one kink pop idol that's up for rape and all this kind of stuff. But there's also really, amazing. They've had a woman president. We haven't. They had
Yeah.
one before us. So, there's a gamut. They run the
yeah.
gamut. But actually, all right, there's a bug.
welcome,
And a motorcycle. Sorry, it's like
welcome to
bothering
Korea
me.
Live. So,
It's Korean bug.
well, let me say
They
the
hear
North
the North
Koreans are
Korean
doing
bug.
the North Koreans are doing a great job to make it look like South Korea for you. I think that's very nice. Kudos to them. So I'm very proud that they were nice enough to do this for you with a fake background in city. That's really
Yeah.
good. Keep the
I
power
wanted
on
to
for a
show.
couple hours.
I wanted
But
to turn around and
Stephen, what are you worried the most about Trump actually being president?
My fear is things that he
Yeah.
said, because I actually read and listen to I watched him on his economic reviews and I listen to what he says. My fear is if he does his political witch hunt where he wants to jail all his political opponents. My fear is if he takes the government and weaponizes against people that like just say like a guy like Bill Maher, John Oliver, these comics that make fun of him. Is he going to weaponize the government like it's going to be you won't have that where you can make fun of your leaders anymore. My concern is that he's going to take democracy away. So I will say this. I listen to his policies. If I take away all the rhetoric and even the tariff crap, because the American public doesn't understand what a tariff really is. But some of the things that he does do, I'm like, that's right. That's what a president should do. Other things that he says, I get very worried about because it's like, democracy is going to crumble and we may never have another election. So he'll be our monarch or he'll be our oligarch like a Putin. So those are the things I
But
worry about.
how can this happen? Russia is like this for centuries. They didn't have
The problem,
democracy.
but here's the problem. In 2020, when he lost, supposedly, he never conceded the election, right? He said it was stolen from him. So if he loses this election, he's going to say once again it was stolen, fake news. We're going to go through all this crap. Instead of, I would have respected him much more if he would have said, "Listen, I lost. I'm going to run in 2024." But what he did is he kept this narrative up of everyone's against me. It's fake news. They're going to try to screw America. Blah 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 blah. And everyone's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And if that's fine. But then if you because these people don't know history, if you go back and look at the 1920s and 30s of this other little country with a guy with a mustache,
yeah.
it's history repeating itself, and that's my concern. I do not want to end up in a world war because of an idiot. I want
Right.
and I've
Well,
said this on all our
Well,
shows.
if
I don't
history is repeating itself, you cannot stop it.
well but I know that. But my other point is to both of them is you're talking a bunch of BS. You never really tell us anything. Tell me what you're going to do for the poor. What are you going to do for healthcare? Like all I ever hear, it's great for people with money. I'm happy whoever gets in because I don't get affected. I mean, I'll pay less tax. I can do this. I can do that. Sure, kiss whoever's ass I have to kiss. But for the people who can do the uprising, there's 300 million people in America. Just say there's 360 million, I guess. So let's just say the 200 and some odd million people that aren't privileged or comfortable. One day they're going to get tired. And I said this with Guy Standing, when 200 million people want to take a picnic, you can't stop them. And there's 8 billion people on the planet. Let's say 1 billion people are okay, but there's 7 billion that aren't. When 7 billion people get tired of it, what are you going to do? It's like, so either you're going to kill everybody or you nuke everybody. So my concern is that we're going down a rabbit hole like we did in the 30s. So when he's like, I'll have Ukraine solved in a day. Sure, Russia's going to roll in. What's that do? That creates a world war because now NATO, Poland, and the rest of them now have to defend themselves. To Vicky's point, the South Koreans are terrified because they're afraid if he gets in, Missile Boy is going to do something stupid. China's going to go after Taiwan. Right. Japan's probably sitting there going, oh, well, this is fun. So they're probably not going to attack Pearl Harbor again, but it's sort of like, okay, now what's the next step?
But all of that is extremely complicated for the American public. And the most disturbing thing, which he's done now, I think, is he's moved on to this rhetoric of the enemy within.
Yes.
And so it's not about them because a lot of people don't understand it, or when they do start to understand, they think, well, you're just talking crap. Right. So he's done away with that completely. You don't have to think about that. It's not you. It's not them over there. It's the enemy within.
Right.
And you're talking about not having comedians and these sort of people not being able. They were maybe going to be victimized.
Yeah.
I heard him last week or 2 or 3 days ago. I was listening to some crap he was talking. I'm going to ban CBS and I'm going to ban this and I'm going to ban that. So. Yeah. So here we go. It's already that the media is shut down. Don't worry about who's on that media platform, but just shut the whole mother load down.
He doesn't like CBS because somebody talked bad about him and they didn't present him in a proper way. And so because of that, he wants to ban them.
That's my point. Enemy within.
Right, they're the enemy. But that's my point. If you're going to do this and you're going to make these statements like, I'm going to get rid of the Department of Justice, or I'm going to get rid of this, or I'm going to get rid of that, and you're telling everybody what you're going to do, and everyone's like, oh, it can't happen. But what happens if it does? I'm sure when Hitler came to power, people were like, it can't happen. But when it did happen, then it's too late. So my question is, so when it does happen, then what are you going to do? So I wouldn't mind his craziness. Listen, every president's crazy. I don't mind their craziness and they can spout. But when you're literally telling everybody how you're going to kill democracy and do this other stuff, that's where I worry. And now listen, for all I know, it could be BS. But that's my concern, is that if it's not BS, what happens? Where do you go? Like I always joke, we're going to go to Dubai or we'll go here or go there. But at some point, I can't go. You can't go. Like it's still the planet. I'm still stuck on this little blue rock. Where do I go? And that's the issue. That's my biggest fear of him getting in. Like I said, the Republicans have some excellent policies. The Democrats are just a bunch of morons at this point. They don't say anything. They don't do anything. They're ostriches. And that's evident now with Camilla not in the lead anymore. She's not saying anything. She's not doing interviews. And Trump at least is out there doing something, right or wrong. He's doing something. And some of the Republican policies, I agree with. I'm like, yeah, we should do some of that. Some of them are a little extreme, like these tariff things. I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. There's other ways to negotiate with a country. But I'm glad he made NATO pay up. I'm glad he made this one. I'm okay with all that. But I don't want you to end democracy. Like if you like at the end of your 4-year term and you go, I don't want to leave, what happens? You know what I mean? That's my point in my mind. It's like, okay, so then what happens? Like, nobody tried to help the people on January 6th. So what happens? Are we all just going to sit by and go, oh, okay, this is our new oligarch? Those are the concerns I have.
Yeah, because it'll be like, oh, look what I've done for you. Let's say that it's okay, and everything picks up, and the ethnic minority.
Okay, but do you understand?
The ethnic minority in the US,
our stock market, right. But wait a minute, our stock market's at an all-time high. Everything is up, and people are inventing things. Our tech sectors are going up, and he's not president right now. It's under the Democrats. So I think that's just America in general. My concern also is if he becomes president and starts doing some things, we're going to tank. We may go up for a bit. There may be the Trump spike, but then when reality sets in, it could be the Trump drop, and that could be very interesting as well.
Again, Steve, his rhetoric is, don't worry about Wall Street. Don't worry about the tech. How much are your groceries? How much is gasoline?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I got that.
That's the problem. And he's talking to a public where they're getting squeezed, you know, and a lot of them are this new ethnic minority in the US, which are white working class people, mostly male. And they think, oh yeah, that's right. I'm feeling all of this. I don't, you know, it needs to change. I need to have a better life. I'm an American. Where's my good life?
Right.
And they can't see it. They can't feel it. And that's what he's tuned into. And he's been very, very clever, either him or people pulling the strings around him.
Right.
But guys, it's a common knowledge everywhere in the West. We are in decline, and one of the reasons that there is this kind of choice for this kind of highest ranking, let's say, institution in the West, and it shows that it's collapsing in a way.
Right.
It's in crisis, it's for sure. And on the other hand, you have a different kind of model that it's not really, it's under the hegemony of China, but it's not Chinese, because the Russians or Iranians or North Koreans out there, they are not the same. They're not thinking the same way. There are a bunch of different kind of interested countries in their own interests.
Right.
But the leader, China, has gone a lot of steps now. And it's very flexible, and this kind of model is flexible. You know, dictatorship is more flexible than especially now. Why do you have to hide, Vicky?
Vicky's in the rain. Vicky's
started to
hiding from the
rain.
rain.
This is the new romantic. This is the new romantic look. This it's like some French movie.
It's not part of your mission, no?
It's Vicky's in the rain. Listen, she's a spy, and she can't get wet. It's in their contracts. If they have a new union now, and as of this year,
she's hiding. She's hiding
yeah,
from
she's
the
hiding. She's hiding from the
secret police.
Yeah.
It's a witch thing that we can't.
The North Koreans have said to her, Vicky, we have to turn the lights off. Go against that wall. No one will know the difference.
Yeah.
We're good.
Or are you just practicing, Vic? When they put, are you practicing when they put you up against the wall? That might happen. You
my
see?
God.
I have to
God
show you
forbid.
though. I found it.
Yeah.
I found a picture of Adam.
Ooh.
Here. Can we see?
Oh,
Can you actually see that?
you hear it?
Wait.
Yeah, red thing.
That's a red thing.
It's me there.
There you go. Congratulations. Adam's in Korea. What are you doing in
I'm everywhere because I'm an idea.
Oh my God.
Every one of us is an idea. You're an idea. What do you think you are? You think you are flesh and bones and atoms and protons and electrons? Do you know a funny thing that I've heard about electrons? That every electron that they have measured in the world appears to be the same. And they are thinking that it might be the same one electron everywhere, only one electron in the world.
Wow, that would explain the absolute. The gateway CIA.
Yeah, and the electron has the ability to go back in time, back and forward in time. Tick, 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 and you catch it only in the moment when you are present for it. Tick, tick, tick. You see,
that's pretty cool. Yeah. I like that. All right.
Electrons, and it might be one thing. It might be only one thing. So the whole universe might be governed by one thing only.
The absolute.
Of course it is.
The CIA Gateway Project called it the
absolute. They knew it. Vicky and the rest know it.
The CIA got CIA. Congratulations. The CIA got something right.
Adam, don't shout about it too much because Elon Musk will want to get a patent.
I was going to say patent on that. I want to patent it. Yeah.
I want a patent on the one and only electron.
Don't worry.
He'll call it X-con.
He's very keen on Trump winning. He's gonna get a lot of money, I think, from the X especially, because this investment was not very good.
What, Vicky?
How much more money does he need?
Oh, do you think there's an end to those things? No, it's about power. It's not about money. It's about power. Yeah. There is no end to the power.
There's two types of billionaires or people with money. There's the people there's more than these two, but there's one who, like, if you will, like a Musk, who wants more money, more power, more money, more power. He wants his name to be kind of like Donald Trump, right? My name should be known forever. You know, they want to be like the George Washington, the Abe Lincoln,
Yeah.
whoever it might be. Then you get the other ones that are,
It's called
they make their
vanity.
money, right? They make their money. They quietly help the community out. Like, look at Michael Dell, right? Michael Dell helps in Austin, every Dell Hospital, Dell. This was fine. His name's on some buildings, but 500 years from now, no one's going to remember Michael Dell, and Michael Dell's okay with that, right? There's billionaires that
Is he
just want to help people
the
and get
computer
it
guy?
done. Yeah. Yeah, you don't even remember that he's a computer guy. There you go.
Yeah, well, I remember. Well, we still have Dell computers here, but
right. But that's my point. So you have the one that's, to Adam's point, that are the vanity ones that like, I need to be remembered forever and look and look and look and look, and history should remember me. And you have the others that are like, I'm here, I'm going to do my thing, and when I go, if no one remembers me, I'm okay.
Yeah, but you cannot impose. But still, it's vanity because you're dead. What if they remember you or don't remember you? What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, the good thing is with our show, the four of us will be remembered forever.
But it's their thinking, being alive, that but I'm gonna be remembered, and you know how they talk about me right now, etc. But it's still vanity because deep down inside, he's the same thing as you are, as me are, as Vicky, as everybody.
Yeah.
Because at the end, it's the same stuff.
Yeah.
With the beginning, with the end, going to the toilet, having those emotions and those fears.
Missile Boy does not go to the loo. He's made it clear that his family does not have to go poo. So no, Missile Boy doesn't poo. So
good. I wish him good explosion. Explosion. When we hear the explosion, it won't be any nukes. It will be the family exploding one by one.
Bathroom. Yeah.
This is their secret weapon that they have.
Yes, that's a secret weapon. If you don't have to go to the loo.
I wonder about this internet thing, right? So if there's a possibility without any nuclear flare, or sun flare, that we could be immortal for quite a number of years. Do you think that you have people like Musk or even like Trump going forward that would do a Stalin on us and take us all out of history? All the people run the AI over the YouTube. Anybody that said anything shitty about him disappears. It'll all be plus going forward.
Well, that would kill Elon Musk's freedom of speech, wouldn't it? Like I said, it's very interesting. It's freedom of speech for what you want. It's right. It's freedom of speech for what I want to say, but not for what somebody else wants to say. So it's very fascinating. And really, some of the comments that we get, and Vicky is the one who points this out to me every now and then. She'll be like, those people really didn't like what you said. Because we'll say something about Trump or Harry, whoever, and they're like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yes, but this is how a civilization has a dialogue. And we always invite people to come on. We've invited Mr. Trump on our show. We've invited his people on our shows.
And Putin.
And Putin and the rest of them. And we've invited Miss Harris. None of them come, and the comments are like, oh, your show's too small. Your show's this. That may be true. But our show, in the format it's done, you can talk for whether you want to speak for 15 minutes or 5 hours to get your point across. And we would ask you intelligent questions. So so we understand
quite nice to Mr. Trump.
But they have prepared intelligent questions the way they like it, and they.
We won't read their questions.
They have much more. Look. What we're talking about right now about Elon Musk and Trump and stuff like that is personas, actually. So we are talking about characters. Soon those characters are going to be replaced by AIs anyway, and so in the course of the time, you won't be seeing any person like we are talking right now. We will all be wearing some kind of masks, AI masks. So it will be a totally different life, living in the internet, which will be much more used than it's already. We use it a lot, but it'll be even more.
Unless we're doing it now, we don't know it.
What do you mean? We're wearing masks right now? No, I mean the digital AI masks.
Yeah, we're in the matrix now. We don't even know it. That's what some.
Yeah, but we don't control it. But with the AI, we'll think that we might control something. I don't know. Maybe the feeling that maybe you control something, but it's just a feeling. You don't control anything.
Yeah, I just sit here and look pretty. I just sit here and look pretty.
Vicky keeps looking over her shoulder because I think there's a whole load of guys queuing up.
She's hiding from a drone.
C-list
There's
celebrity.
all these guys are saying, "What are you doing tucked around the corner there, young lady? It's we're got to queue up for you, or what's happening
No,
here?"
there's a really loud garbage truck, so I muted myself. I wanted to see what was behind mirrors.
Yeah.
So I was
I'm
trying not to
sorry.
have loud garbage.
You can call me whatever you like, but don't call me a garbage truck, all right?
There you go.
You're a dump, David, you're a dump truck. You're not a garbage truck. You're a dump truck.
Well, you know what's interesting for the people that didn't watch it yesterday? Vicky posted in her IRL, which we'll put here at the end of the video. Korean baseball game. So, and I've been to one many years ago, and I've been to one in Japan, and I've done, but the Korean ones are great because they have cheerleaders. I remember the first time I ever saw it, the cheerleaders. I was like, seriously, you have cheerleaders at a base? And I watched it again. It just brought back great memories. They sat in the nosebleed seats, which is very cool. So when you look at from their video and you look at the field, there's some ants running around on the field. Thank God for the jumbotron that showed the game. But it was very good video. So if you've never been to a Korean baseball game and you want to see it, I would check out Vicky's video. It's very cute, and her team's in the playoff.
Do they sell hot dogs then? Can you eat a hot dog?
No, they sell dogs. They sell dogs, yeah.
They are hot sometimes. Yes, it
Sometimes the
depends.
dogs are hot.
If you want with an ice cream, it's a cold dog.
David and Adam, David and Adam are determined to get me deported for talking about dogs, eating dogs on
No,
this channel.
I thought that was the great thing. People go to the baseball games. They have a hot dog. I just wondered, because
there's a convenience store there. Let me tell you something. There's a convenience store you can buy your own food. The beer. It was like you watch this thing and you're like, we should be doing this in America. I mean, like they really have.
You do it in America. You're eating the dogs. You're eating the pets.
But no, the baseball game, the way they do it is great. And the cheerleaders make it even better. And then they have the mascots. They had 4 of them. A little Vicky fell. Oh, now they have a little pussycat. And she's like, and I approve that. And I'm sure the twins of the Korean baseball team are like, thank God the American chick approves of it. So, it's very cool. But yeah, so it was a very cool video.
Maybe after they're finished eating all the dogs and the cats, they can eat the cheerleaders.
Adam,
that's a whole nother story. If the cheerleaders.
He's all left field now, by the look of it.
Adam, you okay there?
It looks like he's trying to be like you.
What's going on? Okay.
Oh, there you go. There you have it. Wow.
What happened? What happened? I pressed something because I want to make it a full screen, but I cannot.
Well, you made it some screen.
You've been censored.
Welcome to live. Yeah, well, we've been censored by the Greek police because they don't want you to talk about dogs and cats.
Vicky, what's the time right now there? Because it looks like it's midnight or something. What the time?
11 o'clock.
It's 10:20 p.m.
10:20.
10:20.
Yeah. Vicky's got 5 or 6 more hours to go. She's a wild girl. She's ready. This is like her best time now. So.
She'll be standing there for the next 4 hours.
So Vicky, she's like, hey, sailor, want to buy me a drink? So Vicky, so what are you going to do now? So it's 10:30 at night in Korea. I know if you go to your apartment, you can't breathe because if you do, that's too loud. They're like, you can't walk around, you can't do this. So what do you do now at 10:30 at night in Korea?
I feel bad because this is Adam's show. I don't want to hijack it and talk all about.
Okay.
No, talk.
It's interesting. That's why,
We never had anyone from Korea in the show.
North or south? Okay. So, what am I gonna do now? I'll go home and probably just work.
Okay. Do work?
That was not a sexy answer, was it? No, I'll just. It's Monday night, so Saturday night I went on TikTok live and I walked up and down Hongdae, which is like the student area where they do the busking and stuff like that. There's a magic show and
right.
But there's nothing going on Monday night. Monday night's pretty dark here because they've been working all weekend, so most things are closed. So
okay.
But everything's still lit up. You can see. And if it wasn't raining, I could walk down to the park. Like I can walk in the park at 10 o'clock at night by myself as a woman and not get stabbed, robbed, kidnapped, any of the above.
You mean all the fun things that you do in America?
That's a lot of stuff off your wish list gone then, by the sound of it.
What's it called? The place you are now? You're in Seoul?
Yes.
Seoul.
You said that very well, Adam. You said it just like a Korean. You said it with a 2 syllables.
You didn't know that I'm 1/4 Korean?
Hey, now you can go make babies in Korea now for the Korean girls. Okay.
Hey, come on
Look,
over.
I have one quarter Greek, one quarter Polish, one quarter Lithuanian, and I have one quarter which plays. Sometimes it's Korean, sometimes it's Jewish, sometimes it depends.
Yeah, one quarter. It's a free space. It's for free play. You can
Yes,
be whatever that quarter you
yeah,
want.
it's a baladeur.
Yeah, that's for people. That's a 3 play for people who can't afford can't
But
afford four.
it's a very big city, yeah, very big city, Seoul.
It's
What?
beautiful.
The metro area, so Incheon and Seoul, I think is Stephen. Google me. I think is it 13 million now?
What is
The metro area. I'm not sure. It's
Seoul?
somewhere around there. 10 million. Yeah,
Got to find
not
out.
Seoul Metro.
But the buildings are not very big, are they? Because I mean, like your head's halfway through one of that.
But Stephen, I
No, they
just
are.
measured,
It's just
on Google
apartments.
Maps,
Yeah.
a straight line from where she is somewhere in the center to the
Right.
border of North Korea. How much is it? It's
What?
only 42 kilometers. 42
Wow.
kilometers.
So that's what
It's
you
a
would
quick
call. So
ride.
that's
That's,
like 30 miles. That's nothing.
yes, 30 miles, 30 miles.
Wow.
It's very
Hey,
close to the borders.
so to
That's
answer
why
your
they launched
question,
the poop balloon.
the metropolitan
Sorry,
area in Seoul, Korea is
10 million.
10,005,000. However, the population of Seoul in general is 26 million. So there you go.
Because it's
Yeah,
26 million and one.
Incheon close.
Yeah,
that's where the
40, wow,
airport is.
42 kilometers is nothing because that's,
Yeah.
wow, that's right up the
And
street.
I'm saying from the center, right? From the
Yeah.
center of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they could throw,
Yeah, it's
I'm
they
in
could
the
nothing.
throw a
west
But
side.
grenade at you for that distance.
Yeah, yeah. So,
That's crazy.
nice knowing you.
Yeah, well, it's good. Like David said, you get to go first. Hey, so are you going to go to the like the final baseball game, or was that the last game you're going to this season?
That was the last game I was going to because my team lost the next one, and so we are now out.
Oh, okay, losers.
So
Well,
it's the
the,
final now, the World Series or the Korean
gotcha.
Series. So yeah, I
The
don't care who
pussycat
wins.
mascot didn't help. The pussycat
No,
mascot didn't help.
I helped. I was there. And then the
You
next
were
game I wasn't
there.
there. We lost.
You were there.
But
We watched.
yeah.
Very
But no,
cool.
I'll be there's a bunch of like fall festivals now. So there's like a Silvergrass festival. There's all kinds of free stuff. All the museums are doing stuff. So I'll be going to a lot of those things. I think this
Cool.
Friday night I have a free art exhibition and concert. I think I might go
Wow.
to. So yeah, it's good because I'm poor. I don't have any money for anything, and everything's free. So
It's like most
that's
people
even
in Korea. So very
better.
cool. And are you looking for the plastic surgery husband now? Is that what you're there for? Are you looking for the husband? Is that why you're in Korea? So we can
to
Yeah,
turn her into a Korean girl.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I'm too Polish, and what I mean by that is that I'm too curvy, big, I guess,
I don't know. Okay.
for most Korean men, probably. So yeah,
Really?
no, I'm
Yeah.
just here doing my best single life.
Very cool.
I think they like this way.
No, do they
No,
like curvy women? They don't like curvy women?
I think they
No.
like.
no.
She's there. She's saying they don't like it.
Yeah.
I
What
think
did
she's
Frank, what did
imagined.
Frank Zappa say? That yeah, the bigger the cushion,
Maybe
the
she's
better the
vegan.
pushing. Yeah.
Oh gosh, now we're quoting Frank Zappa on this show. That's
There you go.
okay.
Well, hey, Dawn said 26 million people. Wow, and you can walk at middle of the night now to a park. I mean, like when I lived in New York, when it's nighttime, you don't go to Central Park. You don't really go there during
Right.
the day, but you're like you don't.
Right.
Right? So
The
here,
day.
yeah, I heard the day, but it's
Why
sort
is
of
it
like
so dangerous? Is
it
it that
used to be. Now
dangerous?
it's a lot better, but at nighttime you still wouldn't walk through Central Park.
Yeah.
Because there's people, things that go bump in the
Oh,
night.
so we found something back in the day that it wasn't good.
There's a lot of things back in the day that aren't good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's our next topic. What was
Okay.
bad back in the day?
Ooh, that's next week's
That's a
topic.
good
What was
one.
bad back in the day? I like it. That'll be a good topic for
That's a
next
good
week.
one. That's a good
I like that.
Only negative things. Only negative things of the back in the day.
Let's just start off with a good dose of bubonic plague and work our way upwards from that, I think.
There you
Oh,
go.
geez. It's not stuff when you were alive, David. Like, it's more recent history. Not you don't want to go all the way back to the plague.
Yeah, because I mean, bubonic plague, it got us down as Homo sapiens to about 10%.
I mean, we just had a plague.
Totally devastated us. We were nearly wiped out.
Very cool. So, Vicky, before we let you go, because the North Koreans just sent us a little message that said we have to start turning off the power because we can't afford it. Anything interesting coming up in Vicky IRL this week that you're going to be showing the fans other than cheerleaders? So we're gonna be...
I feel bad now. I would have shot more cheerleaders for you if I'd known that was your thing. Sorry.
No, it wasn't.
What cheerleaders?
So if you go to Vicky, I'll send you the link. But Vicky did a show yesterday, and she showed the cheerleaders at the baseball game. And I said to her in a text, I texted her, go, that's great, loved it, watched the whole thing. I said, next time, more cheerleaders. And she's like, really? And I go, the cheerleaders alone will get you 5 to 10 million views. Because if you go on Instagram or YouTube, any Korean cheerleader doing gets you tons and tons of views. And I was like, we're view whores.
And it's a mystery. Nobody knows.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because the guy who wrote the algorithm was from Korea.
Probably.
I've heard that they are.
I just wonder if we're going to get 10 or 5 or 10 million with Steve doing this.
Well, sure. Who wouldn't want to see
I think that it will start from 10 to 15 millions.
Yeah.
It will start.
People will be paying us not to. Please don't do that again.
Every second will be like 10 more millions.
Please don't do that again. No, please. Have $5. Go away.
Yeah, well, please don't have them come back. So, Vicky, what were you going to say about the cheerleaders? That you hear what now?
Oh, I've heard that they are K-pop trainees that either didn't quite make it into a girl group or are still in training for. So that makes a lot of sense.
Just truck up and say.
But they get paid a lot of money. I
heard. For the show.
Don't they get paid a lot of money to be cheerleaders?
No, I mean they get paid more than like the DCC gets paid, which is nothing, pretty much.
Let me see how much they get paid. You go ahead.
But they don't get. I mean, the baseball players don't get paid that much. Like,
okay.
I think the league minimum here for a baseball player in the KBO is not much. Like their stars make maybe 500,000. There's a cap for American players of $1 million. Yeah, it's not. They don't make much. The KBO doesn't make that much money. It actually pretty much loses money, and it's sponsored by the corporations that own the teams. Pretty much.
So just so you guys are aware, that Korean cheerleaders get paid anywhere from 25 million to 30 million won. So calm down. So that is $27,000. Yeah, 5 to 6 years into their career. So they make about, let's say, $30,000 a year being a cheerleader. That's not bad for doing this.
That's like year 6, right?
Yeah.
Did you say 5 or 6 years in their career?
Yeah. But then
25,000 won.
But it's the thought that counts, and they're probably doing it for
the like the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders make nothing. They make a couple thousand, and then they have to pay for lessons.
Don't they get like $15 a game? Hold on, Dallas Cowboy. Let's look at the Dallas Cowboy.
They're getting more now because people raise to think about it. But for a long time, they made.
Are they not on TV every week? Every time I turn it on, is Dallas.
Okay, so the Dallas. Here you guys go. Here's what the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders make around $500 per game. They also make around $15 to $20 per hour for practices. It says their yearly salary can add up to $75,000 a year. That the average cheerleader in the NFL makes $22,500, just as much as the cheerleaders in Korea. Just FYI.
Yeah. And they're not on national TV, and they're not spending all their own money on their own hair, makeup, lessons, workout, all that stuff.
I have to do the same. So what they're bitching about.
I know, David,
Yes.
you're looking good since the plastic surgery. I have to say, it's
Yeah,
done a wonder.
I know.
And I can tell you,
Okay.
AI is working wonderfully because to have Vicky and David on the same screen, there's a lot of AI going on here.
Yeah,
So
lot
You
of stuff,
know,
lot of stuff
they said
working
it's like the Superman thing where we can't be in the same place at the same time because we're really the same
Yeah.
person. But
Well, this is
clearly,
pre-recorded, so
that would
yeah,
explain
it's
a lot.
night here,
Adam,
so it's not even the same time of day.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know. With David's not showing us the outside. Adam's engrossed in like watching porn or something on the internet, so that's okay.
No, I'm
No,
watching
I
the
know that.
Google Maps. I'm watching Google Maps and
Yeah.
the
Is that what
Seoul.
they're called now? Korean cheerleaders. They're now called
Do you
Google.
want me to
I
walk you
was
around?
Yeah.
You want me to
So
walk you around a little?
Adam's looking at the Google Maps where you are. Oh, we lost Vicky for a second.
Wait, oh,
She'll be back.
wait. Sorry, I was trying to turn the camera around. How do I do that? Let's see.
Very carefully.
Settings, camera, front camera. Ooh, I can do a dual camera, right?
Okay. I guess. Let's find
Can
out.
I?
We don't know.
No, maybe I can. Let's see. Does
Adam's
this
like
work?
fascinated. He's checking.
Nope.
There,
Oh,
go
that's
see the
great.
floor.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
there you
at
go.
Adam.
It's not a dual, but yeah,
That's fine. This is
I'll walk you
Korea.
around a little bit.
Well, here, let's do this. So, if she's going to take us on a tour of Korea, let's take the tour of Korea.
yeah.
All right. So, what are we looking at here, Vicky?
These are, can you hear me still?
Buses.
Yes.
Yeah.
These
Korean
are just
buses?
apartment buildings.
Okay.
Buildings. This is, if you guys remember last time I was here, this is the
Yes.
apartment that caught fire at 3 a.m. that I got evacuated from. I don't live here anymore.
Okay.
This is not my building, so don't come
You
stop
set it on
me.
fire. That's what happens when you
But
set it on fire. They don't invite you back.
a Tesla was charging in the basement and it caught on fire, and we
Wow.
were evacuated at 3 a.m. And I was standing out here in my jammies at 3
Nice.
o'clock in the morning in the winter.
Do we have
If you
do we
want
have
to
film
video.
of that? That'd be nice. That'd get a lot of views.
Yeah. Where's
We
you
do,
in your
actually.
jams?
You with
I
your
have
gym
it.
jams.
There's an electric bus.
You know, we'll put.
It's
The
pretty
electric.
alive
Is that
for the time and
Is that the
Monday.
self-driving bus that you whatchamacallit that you took?
No, that was the autonomous bus that has no driver. This was just an
Okay.
electric bus.
Gotcha. Okay. So this is your little neighborhood. Look at this,
That's my
everybody.
little
We're live in
neighborhood.
Korea.
Right, oh, look at that. A bus
This is a
stop.
bus
Never
stop.
seen one of those before.
Yeah, never saw one of those at all. You know what I will say? It's very clean. Look how clean it is in Korea.
Oh, yeah, super odd. Yeah, West Korea, it has to be. It's not your dirty bus stops.
So there's
Yeah.
can you zoom in? Does that zoom in or is it just me? I guess I can't zoom in. At the
Yeah.
top of this building was a garden right here. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Okay.
It's
No,
dark.
it's dark, Vicky.
And
We
then-
can't see the
You have
tree.
you have to have a really long rake to get up there then for the street. That must be hard work.
Yes.
Look, and there's people walking.
There's
Yeah, a
people.
lot of people for that time and for Monday night. That's
Monday
nice.
night. This is all the buses. There's a long bus. Oh, these girls are really excited.
Yeah, we got some
Well, you want to
Korean
do an
girls.
interview.
It's fights.
Only
Yeah,
There'll
because
be a
you're
fight.
live on America TV and you want to do an interview with them.
Yeah.
We'll do the little
This is
red
What's
light
this?
district down here.
Oh, this is the
Street
red light
show.
district? All right, we need
Street
to address.
shows.
Wait. This is the red light.
You got
More
it.
and more night like this down here.
Make a print screen. She let it for you to make a print screen.
There you go.
What's this?
Another print
Welcome
screen.
blues. Welcome blues.
It's where you want to go.
Gotcha. This is very cool. Look at this.
Turn
This
it
is
off
like,
whenever you want.
Oh, this is not very dirty. Very clean.
no, it's not. That's a little dirty, but it's still safe.
Yeah.
It's like 10:30 at night, and she's walking through.
Yeah.
But
red
did
light
you see the other one with a gun? Did you see the other one with a gun? No. Do you see those guys there? The terrorists? You see
No,
them?
I don't see the terrorists.
On a Monday
you
night.
don't see. Did you see? Did you see the girl? She looks suspicious.
Okay.
That's the crazy thing.
Look. The guys, they're too unstressed. That smells bad.
Is
Look at
keeping the
this.
store?
And it's still open. That's amazing.
What AI do you use, Vicky?
Uh-huh.
Wait, what's the
Well,
North
there's
Koreans
some
using to show AI? Oh, look, you can go
That's it.
fishing.
Yes,
Very nice.
they eat
Oh,
your
it's a
legs.
It's a swimming pool, is it not?
Yes, they eat your legs. If you
Yeah.
don't need legs
Thought you were
anymore, you
gonna-
put them there. Look, he didn't need
Very
his
cool.
legs.
Now, Vicky, will you buy any of those and cook? Are you going to buy any of that and cook it, or are you eating out a lot, or just
They
having
cook
ramen
it for
noodles?
you.
Oh,
They cook
okay.
it for
but
you.
it's that late, and there are so many things open that I like that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like Greece.
and it's not even a weeknight. Like I wouldn't be
Yeah,
able to
it's
walk down here on
Monday. It's the
Saturday
And
night.
you know
worst.
what's?
So
Can I tell you? It's amazing. There's a lot of Korean people there. I'm just saying.
Really.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see any Steven, and I'm worried
you notice
I see a
there.
that.
lot of Koreans. No, very cool. Oh, look, the purple section of town. Very nice.
Yes.
Oh, it's
This
very
is
nice. Oh,
Oh, we lost a little in and out there, but all right, very cool. Well,
no.
Vicky,
oh
this is a
I,
sorry.
nice little neighborhood.
Yeah.
We feel
Very
very safe.
cool.
Oh, look, always disco. There you go. We feel very safe with you there. The Funky
Yeah.
Club.
The
That's where we're
Funky
going,
Club.
boys and girls. The
Yeah.
Funky Club of Korea.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. It's where you wanna go.
It's where you want
That's
to
where
be,
we've
where
been.
everybody knows your
It's where
name.
we.
The Funky Club.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, that's very cool. What do we have here?
Over here. You want to see some plastic food?
Now,
Cafe.
oh,
Yes,
some
okay.
sweets.
Oh, and it's open.
This is some
It's
plastic.
open. Wow. Well, we know where Vicky will be
Colors.
ending the show. We know where Vicky's ending the show tonight.
I was hoping to find a street cat that I could shoot for you, but oh, you want to see an American flag?
Yeah.
Can you see it
Oh,
Why
yeah.
don't
There
we
it
want?
is
up
on
there by
top of
the
the
tree?
building. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, there's an American bar there.
Okay. Very
Pub.
cool. Very nice. Well, this is excellent. We got the Korean tour. All the places are open. Reminds me of New York
Yeah,
City, but cleaner.
exactly,
And no
exactly.
homeless guy yelling that he's going to kill you with a samurai sword.
Right,
So
that I don't have to worry about being
And
stabbed
eating the
by.
pets.
yeah, eating right. Other than eating the dogs and the cats, we're fine. Don't worry about that. But she's in North Korea, so it's good. I like the
Yeah.
way that they've got this Hollywood set up for her in North Korea that she can
But
walk
tell
around
me,
fake
is
neighborhoods.
this is
So,
this
The
is
back
this
lot.
building really red or it's light red?
It's light.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
it's light.
nice.
Not
very
very
That
bright.
is
nice.
really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I like it.
It is
Cut me
very
off
pretty
whenever you
there.
want.
No, listen. I mean,
I
we
can
end the
hear
show
Steven
early.
trying to wrap it up, so I don't want to keep going
No,
with you.
we can wrap it up because you'll be back next week and you can do it from wherever you want to do it. I think for us it's fascinating just to see it because we're not there. And I think some of the fans will enjoy it too, because I think the fans are going to be like, wow, this is really cool.
Because the fans are not there too.
Yeah. And fans want to see it too. And then they can watch Vicky's baseball in Korea too, as well. But I mean, if you think
Yes.
about it, it's 10:30 on a Monday night. The streets are safe. Here's Vicky, a single woman walking around, looking for a husband, and no one's accosting her. So I think that's excellent. No one's even paying attention to her. So,
That's a bad thing. Yeah, I need to be accostic. Come on now.
yeah, she's trying to get accosted. It's just not happening. But I mean, look at it. It's just beautiful and safe. I mean, kudos to the Koreans for keeping a beautiful, safe city.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good for them.
Nice.
Good for them. Now we don't have to worry about Vicky because we know Vicky will be okay.
I'm trying to turn the camera around, but I don't know if I'm capable.
Well, let's see if you can do it.
I don't
Let's
know
see
how
if
to
you can
keep
do
the
it.
TikTok
Come
around.
on, Vicky, you can do it. You can do it. Oh no,
Nope,
it's
I
just
haven't
me
seen
now.
it. Nope, nope.
There we go.
Oh, there's a car.
Vicky's gonna
I
try to.
don't really want to die.
Yeah, don't die,
Hold
Vicky.
on.
Well, if you do it on air, though, it's high for ratings, so we're good. So, well, that was
Okay, there we
so.
go.
There you are. Yeah, Vicky's back. Vicky, thank you so much. That was awesome. Hopefully, you can join us next week, and it won't be raining.
Yeah, it stopped raining just now, so I was able to walk around, so that was cool.
Yeah, it looked really good. Well, thank you for doing that, and we're gonna let you walk without getting hit by anything. And we will see you next Monday. Everybody, don't forget Vicky IRL. We'll put the link here so you can see her baseball game, and we will see Vicky next week. And guys, it's always a pleasure to see you
Thanks,
both.
Adam.
We will see everybody next
Bye
week. And Adam,
bye.
next week we're going to talk
Bye
about
bye.
what is
Have
it?
good time, Vicky, in Korea.
What are we doing next week? The worst of whatever. What was the
The,
topic?
the things that weren't worth better back then. Things that
No,
were
things
worth
that
back
were
then.
okay back then. Okay, that's what we'll do next week.
What was
All right,
worse back then?
Vicky's fans want her
I
already.
know.
All right,
I was
guys.
gonna say I'm
Everybody,
finally
good
getting
guys
harassed.
on. Thank you for watching. We'll see everybody next week. Cheers, everybody.
Bye.